A Buddhist monk once taught me a secret most people never hear about. There's an ancient way to reopen money paths when everything feels blocked. A kind of knowledge masters use to break cycles of scarcity and let abundance start flowing again, even when nothing seems to be working. And pay attention. There's one detail almost everyone ignores, and that's exactly where the ritual fails. If you want to step into 2026 with your path open, stay with me. And if you feel like money keeps slipping through your fingers, like you work hard but see no real return, or like something invisible is blocking your prosperity, write "open" in the comments. As in, I'm ready to break this block and open the path to abundance. Let me tell you what happened to me. Before I tell you the full story, I want to give you the structure, simple and clear, so you don't get lost, and so your heart can already feel that there is a way out. You'll need 4 things. The first urine of the morning, milk, 7 brand new matches, and a coin. That's it. But listen carefully. The power isn't in mixing things just to mix them. The power is in 3 points almost no one respects. First, silence. If you turn this into conversation, jokes, or doubt, you cut the thread of the ritual. Second, specific intention. It's not, "I want money," it's, "I want a specific amount, a time frame, and a clean way to receive it." Third, the detail in step 2. This is where 90% of people fail, and later say it didn't work. I'll show you exactly what it is, word for word, in a moment. I'll guide you the way a monk would guide a daughter, firmly and calmly, because 2026 doesn't need to repeat the same pain. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You just need to open the path inside and let money meet you outside. For years, I did what responsible women do. I woke up early, I worked, I paid the bills, I held the household together, I took care of the people I loved. And still money felt like it had an invisible leak. It came in and drained right out. I'd pay 1 bill and somehow 2 more would show up. One day I'd breathe in relief, the next, an unexpected expense. And the worst part? The guilt. Like I was doing something wrong, without knowing what. I'd look at the table full of bills and think, what am I missing? I'd see other people doing well and feel ashamed to admit I was stuck, ashamed to ask for help, ashamed to look my family in the eye and say, I can't. Then the body starts speaking. Night comes, and sleep doesn't. Your chest tightens, your stomach closes, your hand shakes when you open your banking app. And on the outside, you still have to smile, cook dinner, answer messages, say it'll be okay. While inside, you just want the fear to stop. You, mother, grandmother, worker, who carried so much in silence. No one sees when you cut your own desires just to pay the bills. But life sees, and that's where energy quietly locks up. And the fear isn't just about not having enough money. It's the fear of entering 2026 the same way. The fear of always giving and never receiving. The fear that no one really sees your effort. If this touched you, don't blame yourself. Blame only closes things tighter. What opens is clarity. That's why I'm going to show you the path. But first, I need to tell you how I met the person who turned the key. Because sometimes change arrives when we stop fighting alone. Stay with me 1 more minute. The moment I'm about to describe is exactly what you needed to hear today. I was sitting on a bench at the end of an ordinary afternoon, head down, trying to swallow the feeling of failure. I didn't ask for a sign. I didn't pray. I just stayed quiet, like someone who had no strength left. That's when an elderly monk slowly approached with eyes that seemed to see straight through me. She didn't ask how much I made. She asked, "Do you feel ashamed of receiving?" That question went straight through me, because I realized something painful and true. I knew how to fight, but I didn't know how to allow. She sat beside me and spoke softly, like someone handing over an ancient truth. Money has a path, and the path closes when the mind lives in constant tension. She explained it simply, so any woman could understand without studying anything. When you live only reacting, you vibrate lack. And when you vibrate lack, you see closed doors, even when one is already open. Then she said something I've never forgotten. A ritual isn't magic. A ritual is the body obeying a decision. That's when I understood why taboo shakes us so deeply. Because it breaks autopilot. It pulls you out of someday and places you in now. And when you do something with courage and silence, the mind stops begging and starts declaring. That's what she gave me. An ancestral ritual to step into 2026 with the path open. And in step 2, there's a detail that decides everything. I'll show it to you. But I need one thing from you. Listen until the end. Because the secret isn't the liquid, it's the respect for your own path. Now pay close attention, because from here on I'm going to guide you as if you were holding my hand. No rush, no confusion. Think of this as a path with 4 doors. When you walk through the 4th one, the mind understands. This cycle is over. Door 1. Silence. Not just silence of the mouth, silence of anxiety. Close the door. Turn off your phone. Choose a place where no one will interrupt you. This ritual isn't about proving anything. It's about reorganizing yourself from the inside out. Before touching anything, take 3 deep breaths, slow and full. Then make a simple promise. I will not do this from desperation. I will do this with decision. That sentence alone already changes your body. Now place the 4 elements in front of you. The first urine of the morning, the milk, 7 brand new matches, and a coin. Look at them as symbols, not as something dirty. What gives this power is the meaning you hold, not the objects themselves. Here's the first loop. If you skip a detail out of shame, you end up right back where you started. So stay with me through the end of step 2, because that's where the path opens. When everything is ready, you don't start by mixing. You start by choosing what you want to receive. A specific amount, a time frame, a reason. If you're vague, the mind stays foggy. Write in the comments just to seal the beginning. Open. Then keep going, because now comes the second door, and this is where most people fall. Door 2, union. At the second door, you unite your essence with the symbol of abundance, and this requires respect. No rushing, no disgust, no jokes. You do this the way someone places a key into a lock, slowly. And before I show you how, I need to tell you this. If anyone has ever envied you, you'll understand why secrecy protects more than any prayer. Now, door 2. This is the moment when the ritual stops being an idea and becomes a bridge. If you do it rushed, disgusted, or nervously laughing, you break the thread. So breathe. Come back into your body. Take the larger container. First, pour in the milk. Slowly. Don't dump it like you're throwing something away. Pour it like you're offering something. As the milk flows, say softly and firmly, I make space to receive. I deserve prosperity. That's it. No embellishment. Milk symbolizes nourishment, multiplication, support. Now comes the point 90% of people get wrong. Most people pour in the urine and immediately want to stir. No. Here's the detail. When your urine touches the milk, you don't speak afterward. You speak at the exact moment they meet. It's like sealing a letter at the instant it closes. So slowly pour the first urine of the morning into the same container. And in the second the 2 liquids meet, say, this is me. This is my energy. I cut off scarcity and open my path in 2026. Don't whisper from shame. Don't shout from desperation. Say it firm, like you're signing your name. Now stir slowly with a spoon. 3 turns to the right, 3 turns to the left. Then stop. Don't turn it into a battle. This is a gesture, not a fight. If your mind tries to judge you, cut it immediately. I am not dirty. I am decided. That sentence is a shield. Another important secret. If you tell this to someone, you hand control of your faith to someone else's opinion. Keep it to yourself. Silence is part of the ritual. Write open one more time in the comments and continue, because the third door is where money takes form, the coin and the 7 flames. Before moving on, one more protection. Use a clean container, wash your hands afterward, and never drink this mixture. This is symbolic. not a beverage. If you feel nauseous, stop and breathe. Now prepare the coin, because it's about to touch this liquid and become the anchor of your request in your financial life. Door 3. Weight. Now your request gains weight, because the coin enters as a witness from the material world. Take the coin in your right hand and hold it for 3 seconds. Feel its coolness and think. Money is energy that circulates, but it's also responsibility. I'm not asking to take from anyone. I'm asking to open my path. Dip the coin into the mixture and say, "Money meets me and respects me. I receive and I take care of it." That's enough. Don't repeat it 10 times. 1 time, spoken with truth, is worth more than 100 spoken from fear. Now come the 7 matches. And this is why I ask for calm. Each flame is a door, and doors don't open when you rush. Lay the 7 matches out in front of you, aligned. Don't use old matches or an already used box. New means new beginning. Before lighting the first one, choose 7 simple but specific requests. Don't invent luxury to impress anything. Ask for what brings peace. For example, paying off a debt, bringing in clients, getting a better job, receiving delayed money, mental clarity, protecting your home and having the health to sustain what arrives. Match 1. Light it, look at the flame and say your first request, with amount and time frame. Extinguish the flame by dipping the match into the mixture. Did you hear that sound? That sound is the seal. Match 2. Same process. No rush, no distraction. Here's an important loop. The third match is the one that most deeply affects a woman's life. On the third one, ask for protection from losses, scams, manipulation, and envy. This isn't paranoia, it's discernment. When you finish all 7, stop for 10 seconds in silence. Keep your hands close to the container without touching it. Imagine a soft golden light coming down and sealing everything. Then say just once, "So it is. So it will be. I receive in 2026 with peace." If you felt a chill just now, it's because your mind understood that you made a decision. Type 7 in the comments if you mentally set the 7 intentions while I was speaking. Then keep quiet, because the effect begins when you let go. At the next door, I'll teach you the final seal and the destiny of the coin, with clarity, no mistakes, and peace for 2026. Door 4. The seal. Now comes the final seal. This is where the ritual becomes direction, not anxiety. First, take the container and place both hands around it, without touching the liquid. Breathe, and remember, those who chase money push it away. Those who align, attract. Now say the closing prayer, simple and grounded. Forces of abundance, I deliver my 7 requests. I sealed them with fire. I united them with my essence, and I receive with peace. So be it. Then say thank you 3 times slowly. Gratitude is a magnet that makes no noise. Now comes the coin. This coin is your physical reminder. Remove it from the mixture, wash it with soap and water, and choose one of 2 options. Option 1. Carry this coin in your wallet for 7 full days. Each time you touch it, say silently, "I receive," and keep living your life. Option 2. Spend this coin on something small within 3 days. A coffee, a piece of bread, a piece of fruit. When you spend it, say, "I trust." Money leaves to make space to return. Discard the wet matches. Discard the remaining mixture with respect. No disgust, no fear. You can pour it down the drain with gratitude or onto the earth at the base of a plant. And that's it. Don't keep stirring it. Don't redo it. Don't keep asking if it already worked. The hardest step is letting go. Here's the loop that holds 2026 steady. For the next 7 nights before sleeping, repeat just one sentence. My path is open. That's it. If thoughts of scarcity appear, cut them and return to the phrase. And if someone asks why you seem calmer, smile and don't explain. Secrecy protects. Type done if you made it this far. In the next minutes, I'll show you how to recognize the first 3 signs that the path has opened, so you don't waste the opportunity out of insecurity. And if you want me to pray for you, write open in the comments along with your first name. I read them with respect before I finished today. Now let me show you how to recognize the first 3 signs that the path is open. Many people receive a small sign and dismiss it, and then life understands they're not ready to care for what they asked for. Sign 1. Money comes from an unexpected place, even if it's small. A refund, a discount, someone paying what was overdue, a small sale that appears out of nowhere. Don't say, "It's just this." Say, "I saw it," and give thanks. Sign 2. A conversation, a call, a message, an invitation, a referral. It's like your name starts circulating again, like you become visible to opportunities. When it happens, don't postpone out of fear. Respond calmly and firmly. Sign 3. Mental clarity. A simple idea. A sudden insight. A decision you kept delaying that suddenly becomes obvious. This is life opening the door from the inside, so you can walk through it on the outside. Here's the test. Will you treat these signs with respect, or will you return to the old habit of complaining and panicking? If you want 2026 to be different, do the simple thing. Notice the signs, act on what's within reach, and keep silent. One request. Share this video with a woman you love who's carrying this alone. And if you want more ancestral rituals for prosperity, subscribe. Because in the next video, I'll show the mistake at the entrance of the home that silently drains money. Comment signs if you've already received one of these 3 and felt unsure. I know your mind will want immediate proof. It will want to check your bank balance all the time. Don't do that. That calls scarcity. Instead, every morning for 7 days, touch your wallet and say only, "I receive with peace." Then live your day. If a small opportunity appears, accept it. If an expense appears, breathe and don't panic. The ritual opens the path, but you walk it. And remember, the secret isn't fear. It's a decision sustained in silence. Now I need to give you important warnings, because a wise woman doesn't play with energy. First, this ritual is to open your path, not to take from anyone. Anger, envy, or revenge closes the door you just opened. Second, don't repeat it daily. Do it once and give 7 days for life to respond. Insistence turns into desperation, and desperation attracts lack. Third, if you're menstruating, wait until your cycle ends. The body is in a different tide, and this work requires steadiness. Fourth, keep it private. You don't need to prove anything. Other people's doubt is wind, and wind puts out flames. Fifth, hygiene and respect. Use a clean container. Discard carefully. Wash your hands and never ingest the mixture. Sixth, after the ritual, act. If an opportunity appears, take it. If an interview appears, go. If someone refers you, respond. The path opens, but you cross it. And most important of all, don't become a hostage to the result. Don't keep checking. Don't keep asking, "Did it work yet?" Do what's yours to do, and then let go. When the mind releases, energy moves. If you want a final seal for 2026, repeat with me now, very softly. I receive without guilt. I care without fear. Type "no guilt" in the comments if this sentence touched you. Because very often what unlocks money isn't effort. It's stopping the habit of punishing yourself for wanting a better life. And if today you feel tired, I understand. You carried a lot on your own. So make a simple agreement with yourself. For the next 7 days, treat every small improvement as a sign, not a coincidence. And if nothing seems to change yet, don't give up. Adjust your posture, not your worth. Abundance responds to consistency, and consistency begins with you right now in this minute, with respect. Let me share 3 short stories because mature women believe when they see patterns. The first was an older woman who sold homemade sweets and kept saying money never stayed. She did the ritual, kept the coin in her wallet, and on the third day, an old customer called asking for a large order for a celebration. She told me, it wasn't a miracle. It was movement. The second was a divorced woman exhausted from years of humiliation. That same weekend, she received a work message she barely remembered applying for, with stable pay. She said, I felt peace before I saw the money. The third was a grandmother raising her grandchildren, always postponing her own dreams. After the ritual, she organized her wallet, cut invisible expenses, and an income opportunity appeared within her own family. The point isn't to copy their lives. The point is to notice the pattern. When you declare and sustain silence, you start to see doors. And when you see doors, you act differently. Now, I want to ask you something simple. What is your biggest pain right now? Debt? Work? Sales? Fear of the future? Write one word in the comments. I read them and use them to guide the next videos. And if you're listening to this quietly, alone in your room, remember, you're not alone. You weren't broken. You were just without a method. And when a method is simple, it becomes powerful. In a moment, I'll recap the 4 doors in 1 minute so you can lock them into your mind. And at the end, I'll make a commitment. If you come back in 7 days and comment on what changed, I will respond. With respect, without judgment. Because when one woman shares, another finds courage. And courage always opens paths. For you. Now let me explain the Buddhist side of this, in a simple way. In Buddhism, suffering is born from attachment and fear. When you cling to lack, you spend the day trying to hold on to too little, and that tension becomes your message to life. The ritual exists to interrupt that message. It tells your body, I'm not begging, I'm aligning. And alignment is behavior, not fantasy. That's why I insist on clean intention. You're not asking for someone else to lose. You're asking to prosper with dignity. That's the right path. And one more thing. Prosperity isn't just earning. It's knowing how to receive without guilt and how to maintain without panic. That's why, after the ritual, make a small gesture of merit. Help someone, offer a kind word, donate a coin, or cook with gratitude. It's not a trade. It's circulation. And when energy circulates, money circulates too. Now close your eyes for 5 seconds and imagine a golden door opening in front of you. Behind it, there's a lighter 2026. You walk through calmly. You don't rush. You just continue. If this teaching made sense, comment path and save this video, because the mind forgets quickly, but a decision, when repeated, becomes destiny. I know you've seen empty promises before. I'm not selling fantasy. I'm reminding you of a principle. What you honor stays. So honor your money. Organize your wallet. Stop carrying old papers. Treat every bill with respect. It seems small, but small order creates large flow. And please don't criticize yourself if fear still shows up. Fear is human. Just don't let it drive. You're the one driving. And when you drive with calm, life opens routes. Breathe, feel, and keep going. You deserve more than you imagine. As promised, here's the 4-door recap in 1 minute. Door 1, silence and preparation. Close the door, breathe, decide. Door 2, milk first, urine second, and the phrase at the exact moment they meet. Door 3, the coin immersed in 7 flames with 7 specific requests. Door 4, gratitude, clean coin. Choose to carry it for 7 days or spend it with intention, and then let go. That's it. If you do this with respect, you've already shifted onto a different track. Now let me reinforce what protects the result. Don't tell anyone. Not your best friend. Not your sister. Not out of secrecy, but because other people's doubt enters the mind like dust. And dust sticks. If someone asks why you seem calmer, just say, I'm getting organized, and change the subject. Your secret is your safe. And here's a loop for the next video. There's a common mistake at the entrance of the home that quietly drains money, like an invisible leak. I'll show it simply without superstition. You'll recognize it immediately. If this video helped you, subscribe and turn on notifications. I post for women who carry the world on their shoulders. And comment one word: debt, work, sales, or protection. I'll choose the next ritual based on what appears most. And if you stayed until here, you've already shown discipline. And discipline is a form of wealth. Now grab a glass of water, drink slowly, and say, "I deserve a lighter life." Simple. That prepares the mind to receive. And remember, what is yours finds you when you stop running away. It seems small, but small order creates large flow. And please don't criticize yourself if fear still shows up. Fear is human. Just don't let it drive. You're the one driving. And when you drive with calm, life opens roots. Breathe, feel, and keep going. You deserve more than you imagine. As promised, here's the 4-door recap in 1 minute. Door 1, silence and preparation. Close the door, breathe, decide. Door 2, milk first, urine second, and the phrase at the exact moment they meet. Door 3, the coin immersed in 7 flames with 7 specific requests. Door 4, gratitude, clean coin. Choose to carry it for 7 days or spend it with intention, and then let go. That's it. If you do this with respect, you've already shifted onto a different track. Now let me reinforce what protects the result. Don't tell anyone. Not your best friend, not your sister, not out of secrecy, but because other people's doubt enters the mind like dust. And dust sticks. If someone asks why you seem calmer, just say, "I'm getting organized." And change the subject. Your secret is your safe. And here's a loop for the next video. There's a common mistake at the entrance of the home that quietly drains money, like an invisible leak. I'll show it simply, without superstition. You'll recognize it immediately. If this video helped you, subscribe and turn on notifications. I post for women who carry the world on their shoulders. And comment one word: debt, work, sales, or protection. I'll choose the next ritual based on what appears most. And if you stayed until here, you've already shown discipline. And discipline is a form of wealth. Now grab a glass of water, drink slowly, and say, "I deserve a lighter life." Simple. That prepares the mind to receive. And remember, what is yours finds you when you stop running away. I don't promise miracles. I promise respect. I promise presence. Because sometimes what's missing isn't money. It's someone saying, "And I believe in you." And I do. Come back and tell me what happened. Because every comment becomes a pact of courage. And courage, in 2026, is your gold. Before I say goodbye for good, here's the first bonus tip, just for those who stayed until the end. It's silent, simple, and often accelerates the signs of the ritual because it touches the place where money rests before it circulates. Your wallet. This isn't empty superstition. This is about respect. And respect changes behavior. Behavior changes destiny. Many good-hearted women carry symbols of lack in their wallets. Old receipts, overdue bills, expired cards, wrinkled bills, loose coins at the bottom. The wallet becomes a portrait of a tired mind, and a tired mind sends life this message: I'm always chasing. What we do here is the opposite. We create a worthy space, so money understands it can stay, rest, and return stronger. Today, after this video ends, take 10 minutes. That's it. Sit at a table. Breathe. Empty your wallet completely. Everything. Lay it out on the table and look honestly. Then make 3 piles: what's useful, what's trash, and what's weight. Trash is what no longer serves. What no longer serves, let it go. Weight is what still functions but carries anxiety. Old receipts, cards you don't even use, random numbers written down with no meaning. You don't need to keep carrying the past with you. Now comes the hypnotic point. While you clean, repeat a short phrase like a quiet mantra. I take care of what comes in. This is not about asking. It's about teaching your body how to hold. Then take the bills you have and organize them by value, calmly. If they're wrinkled, smooth them out. They don't need to be perfect. They need to be treated with respect. Coins go in one place only, not scattered. When you do this, your brain receives a signal of order. And order is a language money understands. Next, choose one single bill, the cleanest one you have, and call it your anchor bill. It's not a magic charm. It's a reminder of posture. Place it in a separate compartment and leave it there for 7 days. Every time you open your wallet, look at that bill and think, I receive with peace. Just think it. No need to say it out loud. Now comes the part most people ignore. What you do when money goes out. When you pay for something, instead of feeling pain or loss, make a small mental gesture of trust. This returns multiplied, through a clean path. This pulls you out of scarcity mode. You're not denying reality. You're training your mind not to panic. And a woman who doesn't panic makes better decisions. During these 7 days, create one tiny daily habit. In the morning, touch your wallet for 2 seconds and think, thank you for what I have and for what's coming. At night, repeat, I take care and I sustain. That's it. 2 seconds. The secret is repetition. If you want to go a step further, choose one fixed place at home to keep your wallet. Don't throw it just anywhere. Pick a clean, elevated spot, always the same one. That creates stability. And stability is exactly what you want for 2026. On the 8th day, do something meaningful. Use the anchor bill to bless the flow. You can keep it as a small reserve, or use it to buy something simple and necessary. What matters is doing it consciously, without fear. When you do, come back here and comment one word. Order. Because order is proof that you stopped begging and started leading. One more detail. For 7 days, avoid complaining about money out loud inside your home. This isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's about remembering that words create atmosphere. When you say there's never enough, your body contracts. When you say I'm organizing, your body opens. If you catch yourself complaining, gently correct it. I'm learning how to receive. Then observe the small changes. A purchase that goes further. A bill that gets renegotiated. A new income idea. These are signs of alignment. And if someone pressures you, answer softly, I'm reorganizing my life. Then change the subject. Protect your energy. Now the second bonus tip to protect what you asked for and keep money's path open without effort. It's called the threshold. Everything that enters your life passes through a threshold. The door, the hallway, the first step into your home. A mature woman knows the home is a body, and every body has an entrance. If the entrance is loaded with rush, clutter, or weight, money comes in and leaves. Today you'll correct that with 3 simple, discreet gestures without anyone noticing. When you change the threshold, you change the message your home sends to the world. First gesture, clearing the passage. No drama. Take a damp cloth and wipe the doorknob, the door frame, and the floor just inside the door. While you clean, think, I remove the old. Then remove scattered shoes, bags on the floor, forgotten papers. This isn't deep cleaning, it's decision. Leave the path clear as if someone important were about to enter. Next, place a small container of clean water near the door for 1 night only. Water is a mirror. It silently reveals what's heavy. In the morning, pour the water down the drain with gratitude and say, my home receives prosperity with peace. Second gesture, the coin seal at the threshold. Take a regular coin, wash and dry it. Hold it in your hand for a few seconds and imagine it as the key to your flow. Pass the coin gently over the doorframe 3 times without tapping, just touching lightly. Each time think, I open the path, I protect the path, I sustain the path. Then place the coin in your wallet for 7 days, just as I taught you. Important detail. During this time, avoid complaining about money inside the house. Words create atmosphere. Atmosphere creates destiny. If someone asks, simply say, I'm organizing my life for 2026. Third gesture, the bay leaf at the door. To keep the path lightly scented with prosperity, take one dry, whole bay leaf. No long prayers are needed. Respect is enough. Pass the leaf in front of your body, from chest to belly, as if sweeping away worry. Then place it discreetly behind the doorframe or near the doormat. The bay leaf symbolizes victory and honor calms the mind. Replace it every 7 days. When you discard it, thank it and throw it away without looking back. If tension returns, repeat quietly in the evening and feel the air lighten. You might be thinking, this is too simple. Exactly. An anxious mind wants complexity to stay trapped. The threshold works because it touches 3 things. Attention, you return to the present. Order, you remove chaos, meaning, you turn a common object into commitment. For women who carried entire families on their shoulders, this restores authority. You stop reacting, you start leading, and when you lead, you notice smaller opportunities and act sooner. Money isn't only luck, it's also vision, and vision is born when the home becomes calm. 2026 responds to that. Now I want you to run a 7-day test, because testing builds trust. Today, do the 3 gestures. Tomorrow, observe. Observe your mood, your sleep, your conversations, and any opportunity that appears. No miracle hunting, just observe. On the 3rd day, come back and write threshold. On the 7th day, write shifted. Even if the change is small, it counts. And if nothing changes, tell me that too. Then we adjust what's still draining. In the next video, I'll show the classic entrance mistake I see in almost every home. And remember the most important thing. You are not doing this to please the universe. You're doing it to reorganize yourself. When a woman reorganizes herself on the inside, the outside follows. If you want, after clearing the threshold, light a white candle for 5 minutes just to mark the beginning. Then turn it off with respect. No excess, just a marker. After that, go live your life. If an opportunity shows up, take it. If fear shows up, return to the phrase, I receive with peace, and keep it to yourself. An open path prefers silence, and silence protects your 2026 even more.